We are live and welcome to the Rich and Angel Show.
Welcome.
Rich and Angel.
There we go. All right.
It's the Rich and Angel
All right.
Show.
Welcome. So
Welcome, everyone. We're back again. We're trying this one more time.
we had a little bit of errors, but hey, you know what?
It happens.
It makes us better, is what it does. That's the playback right there. You're listening.
This is what happens when you go live.
That's right.
So we are live here on LinkedIn. Ladies and gentlemen, we are with you on YouTube. And good to go. So
That's
let's recap here. Christmas
time. I had a great time. I had delicious food. Went to my aunt's house in West Milford. That was great.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Christmas Eve, had some people at my house, did some karaoke, made some
Nice.
meatballs, had some fresh mozzarella, some cold cuts, some good stuff. And,
What was your closing song?
closing time.
Closing time. Oh man, it's such a good song.
Good song. And Christmas Day went down to Tom's River
Oh, nice.
to my sisters.
Very cool.
And
Much needed, right?
yeah, no,
Just
it's good.
relaxing time.
Good time.
Yeah, I saw the picture with baby Carson.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
You were checking out my my posts and everything. You see some stuff with the little guy.
He's a little celebrity nowadays.
Yeah. So
Awesome.
yeah, so we got some interesting things to go over today.
That's right.
It is Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So let us know in the comments what's going on for the weekend as we plan for New Year's Eve bashes.
Yeah, invite us somewhere, yo.
Yeah, I'm trying to go to a party.
Let's
What's going
go.
on here?
Let's go. Especially if you're like in LA or something. Maybe not.
Maybe not LA. So we have talked a lot this year about skilled trades,
Yes.
food equipment, service,
Absolutely.
and not to discount plumbers, electricians, welders, carpentry, construction, stuff along those lines. It's all super important.
Yeah.
Mike Rowe is out there doing his part. We're here trying to do our part and build our audience, which is why it's so important that you guys have been a part of it and continue to watch and engage with us. And if you know anyone that should be a part of the community we're building, please invite them to our pages, to the groups, to everything you're in with us, because the only way to change it is to get louder.
That's right. That's right. The more of us are on there, the more of us are able to connect with each other, the more other people will see what's going on.
Yeah. So it's super important that we continue to do the skill trades. Josh Zolan, another guy, another advocate out there. He's got a book, Blue is the New White.
Amazing book.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot of things going on. There's noise starting to happen, but it's nowhere near where it needs to be. So I pulled this off of adecousa.com.
Okay.
You can go check that out another time if you want. But this is vocational skills. Skilled trades are in demand as boomers retire.
Yes.
Boomers.
Okay, boomer.
Okay, boomer, you're gone. You're leaving. We get it. But listen, what happens when the boomers retire? Two things are going to happen. Baby boomers are saying goodbye to their jobs in construction, manufacturing, and engineering.
That's right.
And younger generations are looking for work outside of those industries.
Yes.
So who is replacing the boomers is the question.
I think that's the $1 million question, right? The $1 billion question, probably.
Yeah.
We have to find a generation of kids that are willing to put in time and effort and work and physical work.
Yeah.
You know, it's very much not cool nowadays to do that. And that's unfortunate because, you know, these jobs are well paying and they have great benefits and they're great industries.
They are, you know, and speaking for the food equipment service side of it, including equipment sales and distribution, all that stuff. I mean, there's more than just a technician that's involved in stuff like this. I mean, you do need sales and engineering and, you know, the guys on the floors, building, manufacturing, and all these different things. There's a lot of pieces to this.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's crazy how specific it can actually get. You know, where you need sales specifically for food equipment, for specifically combi ovens or specifically fryers or steamers. You know, it's very even on the engineering side, it's very niche and very specific.
Yeah. So I throw a question for the group is, who is replacing the boomers? Is it the millennials? Is it Gen Z? Is it Gen X?
Right.
Whatever these generations all are. I mean, who's what, where, why, when? I mean, listen, the millennials own the workforce right now.
Right.
almost 80 plus million strong.
And that being the case, not as many millennials as boomers are actually willing to replace these kind of
Yeah.
jobs. So that's
Yeah.
where our gap is. We have the gap with it, which is our generation.
Yeah. So here it says, how are baby boomers employed? Many boomers have vocational careers and occupy lots of our country's skilled trade jobs.
Right.
And here they say, check out the ratio of how those who work skilled trades versus other jobs is reversing in favor of other jobs among younger workers. Skilled trades. So you got 25 to 44 years old. Those are the people. So
Maybe
okay, it's kind of, I know it's actually kind of tough to show this, but if I could just break it down, then I'll just talk about it. So 25-year-olds versus 44-year-olds. There's nearly 50% in the other job category.
Right.
Same thing, 45 to 54-year-olds, skilled trades, the percentage is higher. As you get older, the skilled trades get higher. So you're seeing the younger are choosing whatever outside of skilled trades, whatever the other is, that's where they're going.
Right.
Basically is what this is showing. And we have the oldest skilled trade jobs, electrical and electronic repairers out there. You got your share of 45 plus workers making up nearly 50% of that versus the 55 plus workers. There's nobody really. What this is showing is basically 45 and older are the people that have all these jobs. Okay, we got Monty in here. Hey, Monty. The answer is everyone. We need all of these groups. Not all boomers are ready to leave, but millennials and Gen Z are the predominant force in the market, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
Extruding and drawing machine setters, electrical and electronic engineering technicians, stationary engineers and boiler operators, maintenance workers, machinery, electricians, computer-controlled machine tool operators. Throw food equipment service people in there, refrigeration, HVAC technicians, plumbers, welders. The share of 45 to 55 plus are owning everything.
That's right.
What does this mean for businesses that are going to need technicians?
I think it means there's a ticking clock, and we have to kind of innovate new ways to get new talent in the doors before the talent that we have now retires.
Yeah.
You know, and it may not be an ultra urgent thing, but at the very least, it's a concern, and it's a major concern.
Yeah, I mean, think about this. Like, think about all these plumbers and electricians, like locally, in local markets.
Right.
They're, you know, and here in town, you know, I see guys riding around. There's a lot of much older generation riding around in these vans now, 60-year-old guys.
Yeah.
In 10 years or less, and everybody's going to start going away. Think about how hard it's going to be when you're just on a residential perspective, your toilet clogs, who are you going to call? Right. And you call up, you know, Joe's plumber, who you called for 40 years,
right?
And the phone number's out of service.
Yeah.
Now you're going to go searching for someone you don't know.
It's true.
For someone you're going to hope is going to do the right thing, you're going to be able to trust. For someone you hope is going to know is going to have the expertise. And on top of that,
do you
money.
See any?
What's it going to cost?
This is more just out of curiosity. Do you see any sort of like conglomerate that would form out of this absence, like companies that do all of it at once? You know, plumbing.
They're out there.
Everything. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you look at it from the third party people that we talk about here, like facilities.
Right.
They're hiring. You know, that I think, I don't want to badmouth anybody in particular, but I'm not a big third party believer, and I don't do business with those third parties any longer. Different reasons, different topic, different day, but you know, they have all their people intact.
Right.
So if just say XYZ chain decides, hey, you know, we want to just put all our eggs in one basket and let them find these people for us. That's really what I think the ease of it all is.
Right.
So they do that, but you know, I don't know. I hate that model, to be honest with you. It takes away the personal touch, and it takes away a lot of different things. So we're not working with that customer,
right? And
then they're not seeing what we're actually doing. They're just seeing the markups and everything. It's not a good way. But there's companies out there. You see the consolidations and the acquisitions.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, for us here in Jersey, if I had a monster bankroll, if I had big capital, I would be. Right now, I would be buying a welding company. I would probably be buying a plumbing shop. I'd be buying electrical shop. I would be putting all of that in one under one company. I would be acquiring. I would be in full acquisition mode if I had massive capital.
That's really interesting to me because I think do you think there's anybody out there already doing that, or is that something that like you just kind of envisioned? Yeah,
no, I'm sure there's people. I'm
Yeah.
without a doubt people are doing that. There's companies doing that. The writing's on the wall for it all.
yeah.
Which positions will be most affected? Baby boomers hold the sizable majority of the following positions. It's time to figure out how we're going to fill them. 62%. The percentage of firms struggling to fill important skilled trade positions: electricians, civil engineers, electrical engineers, machinists, pipe layers, plumbers, pipe fitters, steam fitters, construction and extraction occupations, mechanical engineers, industrial machinery, heating and cooling, welding, soldering, brazing workers. And these are in the hundreds of thousands.
Right.
The hundreds of thousands we're talking. It's a problem, and what happens when you have high demand and low supply? Costs going to rise.
Cost is going to go up
because there's no choice.
Yeah, and I mean, we talk about it all the time. That's a big incentive for people to get into this field. Is like there's not many people going into it, therefore the pricing and the amount you're going to get paid is going to be a lot higher than any other time, really.
Yeah, I mean, it's you know talking about technicians coming in.
Yeah,
talking about the timing of it all. Talk about write your own ticket. Talk about these high end benefit packages with vacations and all this paid time off and the freedom of the road. I mean, yeah. I mean, listen, your service manager and your operations manager and everything, they're dispatching, they're doing the thing, but there's freedom on the road. There's a you do rule your day.
Right.
It's not, and everything's different. The same, you're never going to get the same thing. You're not just going to be sitting behind a screen. You're not just going to be sitting behind the wheel. Everything's different. You're interacting with people. You're seeing new technology. There's a lot to it.
Yeah. Oh, big time.
So what will happen if nothing is done? $100+ million. 32 says 32% of billion-dollar manufacturers estimate they'll lose over 100 million as boomers retire over the next 5 years or so.
Wow.
Ouch. 74%. The percentage of firms that predict a shortfall of qualified skilled trade workers, according to Associated General Contractors survey. 74%. The percentage of firms that predict a shortfall. The number of positions that will be left vacant by 2020 due to baby boomer retirement, 31 million.
Wow. Yikes.
All on ADECOUSA.com.
Yeah.
What can we do to fill the gap?
I mean, what we're doing right now is the main thing that my head goes to is like we need to raise awareness of the industry. We need to make sure that people know these jobs are there in every possible way. Like we shouldn't be apprehensive about any methods, cynical of any methods. Like there are people that are still cynical about even going onto social media.
Yeah.
And what are you losing?
And would you say that those are the people that will sit there and tell you that they're open-minded?
Oh, for sure.
Are you open-minded? Oh, I'm forward thinking. I'm open-minded. Right. And then you say, "Oh, cool. What's your LinkedIn?" I don't use LinkedIn.
Or the best is, I'm a numbers guy. It's really about the numbers.
Yeah, I'm all about numbers. I'm not worried about that.
Okay, well we've made X dollars, X amount of dollars on LinkedIn just using networking. Oh, I don't know about LinkedIn. I don't know about that stuff.
That's right.
It's funny because people have different standards for things depending on where their loyalty lies.
Yes, and I'm going to tell you my personal opinion and why. And I know many people would probably share this. It's because this industry has been the same. The food equipment industry, food service, but nothing has changed for so long, and everyone likes it status quo. No one wants to shake it or move it. Like with equipment, when you talk about service companies selling some equipment, when you talk about the parts distributors buying service companies, all these interesting new things are coming about and raising questions.
Yeah, it's funny to me, just from an outsider perspective, that somebody can get mad at another company for breaking the status quo. It's like you're in business. You're supposed to be competing.
Right.
So if somebody's doing something different that you don't like, you have two choices: let them pass you, or change, adapt, and do something more than them.
Exactly.
And I find it fascinating that people are like, oh, but you can't do that. And it's like, how, why can't I?
Right. Which goes back to the comment that this person never responded to me because there was
That's kinda what I was hinting at.
it showed me dealing with the equipment, and someone said, "Really? Yeah, really." Because understand that I am not going to sit here and be beaten.
Right.
I'm not talking about be beaten by this company. That I'm talking about the economy, the market, the world.
Yeah.
I am not going to be beaten.
It's funny. I was listening to the guy from Shark Tank, Mr. Wonderful, and
I love him. I love that guy.
He's cutthroat, man. They were interviewing him, and they said, so some people say that when your competition is drowning, you put a hose in their mouth and help them drown. And he was like, yeah, I agree. Only I'd put a hose with boiling hot water in their mouths. And I'm just like, damn, what a savage.
Because he knows business is war, right?
Yeah.
And that's what it is. And we could be friendly, and we can build a community, and we could work together. By all means, I want that.
Right.
But at the end, yeah. And but at the end of the day, we all operate our different businesses. And if I'm sitting here in Jersey and I'm saying to myself, I got to make sure I continue to stay relevant,
right,
forward thinking, ahead of the curve. Do you think I'm just going to sit here and do status quo, bruh?
Right.
No.
Or even further, do you think you're going to sit there and just watch somebody else do more than you and not react to it?
Right.
Yeah, and not change. Adapt?
This is that perfect. The perfect thing with where you hear people crying about the way that it used to be and crying about the way they want it to be.
Right.
Well, you can cry all you want about the way you want it to be, but the way it is and the way it's changing, you better get yourself together and start thinking 2020 and start thinking the last 3 decades don't mean shh.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Sorry.
Absolutely.
Because this is us. We're a startup right now.
Yeah. And I think great companies look at themselves as a startup for a long time. Maybe not in the minutia, maybe not in the hardcore things,
Right.
but as a mentality, vision casting constantly, that's a big deal.
Absolutely. And that's why I think that the Food Equipment Digital Disruptor Group that we are building a community with could really facilitate some change.
Oh, big time.
Because again, we're not held and restricted by anything.
Right.
All right. Now, the only rule is I don't want to bash anybody. I don't want to be negative. I don't want to hurt anyone or any business or any company. That's the only thing that I say every time.
Right.
Leave names and companies and everything else out of it. It's not about that. It's about the issues at hand that we have to tackle and win together.
Right.
Behind closed doors, you do that with those people.
Right.
You have your moments, you have your conversations at the table and say, listen, we were at the Fed conference and this came about. I really wanted to talk to XYZ, this, and that. And you go and you do that.
Right.
You don't have to do that on cameras. And there are some things that should not be on film.
Right. Oh, absolutely. And that's another skepticism that people have. Another reservation people have about us is like, oh, you put everything on. You don't filter yourself. Well, the amount of filtering that goes into our process is big.
Of course.
There's times Rich is filming and just talking, and then he'll just go, yeah, we're gonna cut that out, and then continues talking. This way I know, okay, that's something we shouldn't really be put on camera.
Yeah.
So it's in your control what you want to portray.
Yes.
And message you want to send.
You can be as deliberate as you want.
Absolutely.
We are very deliberate with what we put out.
Big time.
And if we see something after we put something out, we're like, take that down.
Yeah.
Let's not leave that up.
And we'll say it's a little nerve-wracking being live in front of you guys right now.
We got to make sure we don't slip and say something stupid.
Yeah.
There's no takebacks.
I mean, we already lost our temper on here when we had a little snarky comment from somebody.
I know. Listen, you know what? People have opinions and with those opinions come reactions, and that's just normal.
Super nice comment from our friend over.
Is that Alexander, I think?
Yeah. I believe that you will change the food equipment market.
Over on YouTube?
Yeah.
Thank you, brother.
Amazing, man. Thank you.
Means a lot. But we're going to look to do that for the greater good, believe me.
Absolutely.
And through the Fed group, if you go to thefedgroup.com, see what it's about, check out the blog, join the group on Facebook, come to the conference, see what it's all about. This is about change.
Yes.
This is about evolution. And what we're going to do in those 2 days, which is jam packed. I mean, it's two full days.
Absolutely.
We're going to be tired at the end.
Yeah. Big time.
But it's so important to put this work in because we're talking the ground level.
Yeah.
The inaugural conference. There's more to come. There's more to come. We're going to blow this one up though. We're not worried about what's next. Right now, the Fed conference is number 1. We got like 45 tickets left. Go get yours. We're 6 weeks out. Go get your tickets.
Yes, absolutely.
A lot of heavy hitters going to be there. Hobart will be in the building. Hobart, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have some, I believe, Middleby. We're going to have Davis Ware. We have United Service Technologies in the building. I mean, we have, so many different, we have service reps, Pacinco Ferry, service reps, dealers, manufacturers. Everyone's going to be in this room. It's one room. We're not going to be shifting rooms and moving rooms. We're going to be in one room for the 2 days with speakers that are going to be inspiring and giving you gems on what you could do when you get back and start implementing immediately. And it's also community connections and people.
Yeah.
So
people that you wouldn't see otherwise.
It's going to be powerful. So don't miss it. Talking about filling the gap, we went off on a little rant, but talking about filling the gap, training partnerships, 2-year colleges and trade schools, mentorship programs, apprenticeships. I mean, these are all things, and I think all of a lot of the companies that I know are already doing it. We're doing it.
Yeah.
I have a new trainee starting in January for
great.
refrigeration, so it's going to be good. I think we're going to start the year off right. I have something else to do, but we have something a little fun maybe we could do.
Yeah, you want to do that?
Let's do it.
So I'm assuming most people that are watching us have seen Jimmy Kimmel. We thought not Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon. We thought it would be cool to just do like a little game directly from the Jimmy Fallon show and just kind of alter it for food service. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to write down on this piece of paper a word that's somehow related to food service. I'm not going to show Rich. And then we're going to blast some music like this. And from there, I'm going to sound out the word, and Rich is going to try and guess what it is without being able to hear it because my mic will be away from me. So if you're excited for that, let us know. If you think this is corny and cheesy, we already know it is, so don't even bother mentioning it.
We're just going to have some fun here at the end of the year.
Yeah.
On the Rich and Angel Show live
All
on
right.
LinkedIn and YouTube right now.
All right, so I'm going to write down my word.
Right,
Rich
so you're
is
going to
not
write.
allowed to
I can't look.
Yeah.
Let me just come over here then.
This is, just to get us started, kind of simple. If you can see this, let me know. And it's backwards, but you'll have to do your best.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Can I look now?
You can look now.
All right, now I'm looking at you.
Yes. All right. So I'm going to play the music, and you're going to try and guess.
I'm going to sound it out.
I'm going to sound it out. I'm going to mouth it out.
You're going to mouth it out, and I got to
And
say what you're saying.
Yeah.
Combi oven. Combi oven.
So you got that one pretty simply. Now, I obviously don't know much terminology, but you can try that with me, and we'll put the music back up.
All right. Let's see what we got here. I got this. Oh, but this might be better.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
It's going to be backwards for them anyway. So
It's going to be backwards. Okay.
you have to write. You have to write back. No, I'm just kidding.
Here I go. Don't look. Don't look. You see it?
No.
Look.
All right. I think you got it. I'm going to turn this up. Whoa, what just happened? Oh, this finished.
Live.
Live. This is how you know we're doing this live. Food service. Okay. We have to get a little more
Food
difficult
service.
now.
All right.
Okay.
All right. There you go. There you go, my friend.
Okay, we're gonna do one more round of this.
One more round.
There you go. Let's see if this is any fun at all.
We'll watch this back and see what this looks like.
We'll see if this was entertaining for you guys. Okay.
All right, let's see.
Oh,
you're looking stuff up.
Yeah. Okay.
Here we go. He is writing it down.
Okay, got it.
Having fun on a Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Fun on a Friday.
I don't think I spelled that right, but that's okay.
I'm sure you didn't.
And yeah.
No offense.
I don't know how many emails I've gotten from Rich. Like, you need to check for typos. I'm like, damn it. And I'm spelling damn it wrong.
I don't know what you're saying. It looks like you're saying elevator shaft. Electric range?
Close.
I don't know what you're saying. Something range, I think. Oh, Cleveland range. Cleveland
Range. Okay, final one. So far you're winning, I think.
Oh, it's 1-1, right?
Oh yeah,
I
so far we're
missed one.
tied.
All right, so
Let's see if we lost all our viewership yet.
well, we still got 4, and over here you got 2 over there. So
Honestly, don't know what you
let
guys
us know in the
see.
comments if this is any this is worth anything for you guys. We're just having fun right now. Okay, so let's think of another quick term here. If you get this, you win, man.
Okay.
Or it could end in a tie. We'll see.
All right.
All right, so I'll do. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we got it. Don't look. Don't look. Don't look. All right.
Okay, I'm gonna turn off your mic. Turn on the music. Comatose. Commercial kitchen. Hey, winner.
What's your name, dude?
Okay, your mic
Mikey.
back.
Mikey Likey. There you have it, folks. Angel took down the first.
All right,
Angel took it down 2-1.
that's it. I won.
What do you win?
A free copy of Carlos Gill's book
And bragging rights. Of
and
course.
bragging rights. Yes, so we're gonna maybe get like a.
I'll
wrestling-
never live
wrestling
this
belt.
down.
That's right.
Um,
So what else you got?
all right. So we talk about stuff here all the time. About time.
Selling time.
Selling time. And this is going back to that question, which I'm still getting responses to. About working with manufacturers getting harder. And again, what that was really about was devaluing time
Interesting.
and taking away what we've done. And I'm getting tired of it.
Right.
Because my company takes tens of 20s of 30s of thousands of dollars of hits a year.
Mm.
And I'm done.
Yeah.
I am completely 100% done. So the art of selling time. Okay. My father told me a story once, and it's probably out there for public consumption about Henry Ford. You know, Henry Ford, obviously, car maker.
He lets me call him H Dog.
Yeah. You guys are on a personal.
Yeah.
It's cool. He makes me call him Mr. Henry. But, the story goes like this. It's short, sweet, it's simple. Built this one of his first cars, right? Built this car. Customer calls up and says, "Hey, Henry, this car you sold me is not starting. I don't know what's going on. It's brand new. You know, don't you warranty this?" "Oh, yeah, no problem." "Well, let me come down." Well, come down. He comes down and look. All right. So he comes down and looks at the car. Opens up the hood, looks at the motor. Okay. Throws into his tool bag, gets a hammer, precisely looks at the motor, and bangs the motor. He says, "Give it a try." Thing starts right up. "Oh my God, thank you so much." Week later, gets a bill in the mail, $150. Guy calls Henry and says, "Henry, what are you doing? What are you charging? What do you mean $150 bill? What is this?" He said, "All you did was hit my motor."
Right.
He said, No, you didn't pay me for hitting your motor. You paid me for knowing where to hit your motor."
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right?
I go through this all the time with it as a graphic designer. When you're creating a logo for a company, it could be the simplest logo. I mean, think of Nike. You know, it's like how much work really went into making that. It's not necessarily about the work, the labor. It's about the education you need to know that that logo will work.
Right. There's expertise involved.
Yeah.
And it's more than just the minutes and hours. Okay. What goes into it? There's training. There's progressive training that we invest every single year into our people, right? There's insurance that we cover. We have to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars in insurances. Okay, we have parts inventories that we have to uphold year in and year out. We have invested in operations.
Yeah.
You know, we have service management and parts management and warehouse management. There's all kinds of stuff in that realm. Then there's software. There's software. Everyone want us to track data. You want to do this stuff. Okay, there's gas and tolls and all the other stuff that comes along with running a business like this. And knowing when and where and how to do these things with the expertise, right? So there's much more to it than just looking at it from, oh, you charge me $100 an hour or whatever it is.
Yeah, unfortunately, people don't always know what they want or what they need. There's another Henry Ford quote which made me think of that. He was talking about how people are always like, you always have to give the people what you need. And he was like, if you always gave people what they wanted, they would have asked for faster horses.
Yep.
Instead of building the car.
Right. That's true.
So it's
and some core values for Ford Motor Company: people, our people are the source of our strength.
I love that.
We talk about it all the time. I talk about it all the time. People are it's the currency.
Yeah.
All right. Forget about money. It's the people, and people push time. We are the time.
Yeah.
Right. So our products are the end result of our efforts, and they should be the best in serving our customers worldwide. Thirdly, profits. People don't like to talk about that. We have to be profitable to be able to continue to help everybody.
Right.
So he says profits are the ultimate measure of how efficiently we provide customers with the best products for their needs. So we sell time in order to be profitable by giving the people what they need. That's what we're doing here.
Yeah.
We're not doing anything different. And to have someone continuously devalue the time, whether it's someone or a company, whatever it is, the day of that is coming to an end. # service is king. Yes, sir. So, with that said, Gary V, the one thing people will massively overpay for is time, he says.
Interesting.
He doesn't. Now, he says here, I don't think Uber, Airbnb, and Instacart are anomalies in the way a lot of people tend to view them. I think they're just a preview of what's to come. The biggest reason I got excited about Uber years ago was because I realized that it wasn't about transportation. This was about a company that sells me back my time.
Right. Yeah, it's same thing with the ghost kitchens. They're just helping find a shortcut for you and then just capitalizing on that. Making your life easier.
Yeah. When it comes to business, time is your number one asset. And I think that probably goes for most businesses. Time is money. Yeah. Okay. Especially in a service company where I had someone call today and said, will you come and give me free estimates on some repairs? Yes. And my answer was, no, I'm sorry, I can't do that. Yeah. I'm not in the position. My business model is not set up to go and give free estimates. Right. It's just not. Okay. If I have a $40 an hour technician, say,
it's going to cost you money to give them an estimate.
Yeah. And then when they turn around and say it's too expensive or I don't want this to, and I'll never hear from them again.
Yeah.
And
usually I don't know about necessarily for you, but usually if they're asking for a free estimate, odds are they're not going to buy.
And odds are they're not my ideal customer.
Right.
We're not even doing business together and you're already asking for free. Yeah. That's a telltale sign. Yeah. But that also goes back to being a loyal customer, because I'll tell you what, if you are super loyal, and you're like, Rich, listen, I need you to come and just check this out for me. Can you give me? I do certain things like that throughout the year for the people that are spending a lot of money with us and putting their trust in us on every single piece of equipment in their kitchen. That's the way this world works.
Yeah, it's like the idea of the emotional bank account, right? It's like you need to have something in there for me to withdraw from if I'm going to be asking you for something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In order of magnitude, we as a society literally care about the health of our loved ones, money, and then time. It's number 3 on that list. And if you really think about it, it's stunning to watch people's behaviors around the things they most value. Time is everyone's number 1 asset. We love time so much we don't even think about it. Think about the last time your phone or your computer was 1/100 of a second slower than what you're used to on Wi-Fi and how much you cursed and got pissed off. That's how much we like and crave our time.
Yeah.
It's a huge theme that will play itself out and should be really understood by those of you who are looking for a place to play with new businesses and old. So time. For a service company standpoint, we sell time. Yes, we sell parts. And that's going to be a discussion that we're definitely going to talk more about in 2020, as I want to get some manufacturers and some different people on this show to talk openly and honestly about the trajectory of what's about to happen in the industry
Right.
in 2020. And really within the next 2 to 3 years, I think, as things become much more consolidated.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
So that's it, man. Time is moving.
It's of the essence.
I will be 38 on Sunday.
Where did the time go?
Where did the time go? I was just a young boy.
Yeah. I still feel like I'm 21. It's just my body hasn't caught up yet.
Yeah, and I feel good. I still feel good, but I'm gonna start feeling better as we get healthier and get back to mind, body, and soul for 2020 for the next decade.
Let's go.
You know, because when I get to that, when we get to Miami,
Mhm.
I want to not just I don't want to just I want to feel good mentally, physically. I want to feel good.
Yeah.
So it's important for me for the next 6 weeks or so
Yeah.
to really make that happen.
I love it. I love
You
it. It's
know.
crunch time.
Yeah, go to thefedgroup.com, ladies and gentlemen. Please go to thefedgroup.com. Join the group on Facebook.
Yeah.
Be a part of the community. I can't say it enough. You say you're open-minded. You say you're ready for the future. That's where it's going to start.
Love it. Love it. It's gonna be a party, man. It's gonna be an experience.
It's going to be it's going to be lit.
It's gonna be lit.
And yeah, I mean, and listen, there's things that are going to be going on there that are going to be connecting us. We have the opening reception. We have we're gonna have cocktails and hors d'oeuvres and everything.
Yep.
Breakfast and lunches each day.
Mhm.
The Thursday night, a big dinner, Latin pig roast,
That's gonna be
Miami
amazing.
style, out on the veranda,
overlooking the beach, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna be really be connecting. We'll have some different games and some things like that. So it'll be cool just to relax after the first day.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna close it out with a comedian. He's gonna come in and we're gonna leave with some laughs and hopefully remember this for many, many years to come as we continue to put forth other events.
Yeah.
Which maybe could be New York City.
I think an event
this summer.
2020, toward the end of it, could be like the roast of Rich Malachi.
Ooh, a roast. We should imagine having an industry starting some industry roasts.
That'd be great. I was thinking about it. the
That
other
might be
day.
cool. Okay, that's the question. We're gonna leave that for a question of the day.
Yeah.
If you made it this far and you're listening, would you be interested in the Fed group starting an industry style roast once a year for said person that we will, collectively
we have an
decide?
honorary roasty.
Yeah, maybe some iconic, industry veteran,
Yeah,
something like that.
I love it. I mean, everybody's roasting each other already anyway. Like when you go to these conferences, there's hilarious people.
Oh yeah. So I mean, that
Hilarious.
might give like a little fun spin to the industry, and kind of show other generations, especially obviously the younger generations, that there's much more to it.
Yeah, we're not lame. We're not cornballs.
That might be super interesting.
That would be really fun.
But let's put that up on the vision board.
All right.
Let's not forget it. Let's just leave it there.
All right.
See what happens. But yeah, I think we want to put an event on in Chicago as well.
Yes.
For the Fed group at NRA. So if you're going to be at the restaurant show, the NRA show in 2020 in Chicago in May, we'll be there. Cameras rolling.
Yep.
And maybe we'll put on some kind of a Fed event there.
Yeah.
Like a little mini mastermind.
Yeah. A mini dinner or something like that.
Mini mastermind, 10 people, 10 tickets available kind of thing.
Right. Something a little exclusive.
Where we'll bring some value to it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Awesome, guys.
All right, so let us know a couple of things. Reach out to us, hit in the comments, hit in the DM. The weekend is here. It's upon you. It's 5:00 somewhere, I'm sure, here on the East Coast, 3:15. We're gonna close it down the next hour and head off into the sunset, where I will have birthday shots.
Shot.
Angel said he's taking me for a birthday shot
That's right.
in 1 hour from now.
That's right.
He's very excited. Anything else you want to add?
No. A very happy birthday to Rich Malachi.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, that's about it.
All right, listen. Time is of the essence, ladies and gentlemen. Use it wisely. You have a whole new calendar to write your chapter, write your story. For Rich and
Angel.
we'll see you on the next episode.
Yep.
Peace.
What's your name, dude?